What's going on, my peoples? And I go by name the Sorcerer, and now I'm going to be doing a reading. And this happened yesterday. Pluto going into Aquarius, big shifts. Um, Pluto going into Aquarius for the next 20 years, and let's see what the energy is. Let's see what's going to happen. And as I keep saying, guys, the future is always bright. So let's figure this out. All right. I hope this resonates. If not, you can always send it back to the universe. Energies are fluid. We keep on shining and we stay rising. So let's see what's happening. I'm now going to be doing a Celtic cross spread, and I will be discussing what I see. I feel for many, for the majority of the populace, should we say, that there is going to be big shifts. But these big shifts, don't be scared. For those who are attuned to source, I do feel like you guys are going through a period of transformation. I'm also seeing for you guys that this period of transformation is basically through an activation. Um, I feel strongly about this energy, guys, and what I will say about this, and I'm going to just shuffle because I'm going to get confirmations anyway. But I do feel like generally, in terms of the unity of how you view home, um, is ultimately going to be a big thing. It doesn't necessarily have to be about family, but it's about the fundamental nucleus as we speak. I do feel like this is a great time to really assess from self to self, shall I say, about what you want. And ultimately, as I said, guys, this is a great period for those who are thinking about family nucleus, starting again. Great if you're going for resets. But let's talk about it, guys. Let's talk about it. Okay, interesting. And guys, if you're going through it emotionally, just know that it's good to release. Don't forget, you can always speak to a friend. You can always speak to a family member. Hey, oh, you can always speak to source, right? As we are all the universe. All right. So the energy that I feel at this moment in time is this, guys. The theme of this right now, it's, as I said, guys, it's about the family dynamic. I'm also getting for those that want to plan to have children. This is a great time if you're thinking about children, but if you're just thinking about having a happy home, fundamentally, if you've had issues in the past in regarding to the dynamics, things are ultimately going to be a lot more positive for all you guys. I've got the Empress card, and for me, anything to do with any sort of conflict or issues that, or in even inner issues, I feel like, and this is a sign since I don't know if you guys can hear in the background, but you've got a siren coming, so that for me is a sign that things are happening now as we speak. But the Ten of Pentacles for me is also about material wealth, success within your community and within your family. It's also about what you envision into what you're bringing into your life. So this is about the family dynamics that's coming in for the next 20 years. So if you're thinking about family planning, great time to really talk to your partner. Really, if you've been planning to have children, or having just a generalized sense of feeling love, there is improvement in all aspects of that life. And the reason because of this is that there are long-term changes. I see, and as I said to you guys, Pluto going to Aquarius is going to be there for 20 years. Long-term changes. So reassess anything to do with bad habits. Forgive yourself again, just to let you know, if you've done something in the past, guys, we're human. We're human, right? There's a lot of things that I'm not, oh, excuse me, I'm not perfect. Neither are you, neither is everyone else. So forgive thyself, forgive yourself. Great time to really affirm what you want to set yourself for the next 20 years. That could be something that could be from a point of view that's legacy. That could be from a business point of view. That could be about removing any bad habits. You perhaps for those who are in relationships, it's also needing to unload and repack um, the way you guys communicate. It's also about reassessing how much you want to fix this relationship. Guys, it ultimately is about effort. But if you've had any sort of resistance in the past, ultimately things will become smoother. I feel like, in the general sense, that people are ultimately going to come as a collective and have more of a harmony. So it's all about trying to find the middle ground as well, because when you find the middle ground, there's generally more sense harmony between everyone coming in as well. I do feel like, especially for the 2025, which is the year of the snake, resets are happening. So we have until, it's November now till December. We have technically a month and a half to really remove any bad habits and really affirm what you want for the next 20 years. um I feel like the challenges right now is effort. So the one thing I will say with the Page of Swords is about new approaches. Pages is about enthusiasm, new energy. Also seeing that, if for those who are not in happy relationships, um, really reassess whether you want to take this to the new world, to the new year. But ultimately, when it comes to love, it's about renewals of love and its approach and its energy. And this is about the fundamental process, and the challenge is to create a stronger cohesion between you and your home, your family, and the loved ones that are around you. So again, love is the answer. And if the love is not matched, then really and truly you've got to just make that decision. And it's about making sure that you are selfish. People don't like being selfish, but and there's a negative connotation about being selfish. But to be honest with you, selfishness is a form of self-care and self-love. And at the end of the day, it's about your happiness. What's rocking the boat? So anything that you have, Tower Moments about removing any old things that are there and building a new foundation. And the things that you so want, especially with the Nine of Cups, which is about aligning, wish fulfillment, it is a sign that you are now about to be aligned to what you desire and what you manifest. But this will come as a form of two things. You'll see in the 3D, but there's a form of sacrifice that's needed still, because the Tower card, as it is about breaking down old barriers, breaking down old habits, releasing anything that's not there, change, and accept that change is for the better for you. Um, I'm also hearing that for those who want a new career, now's a great time to start a new career as well. Just the bottom of the deck as well, as I see, is about the Three of Pentacles, and that's about you utilizing that you are having eyes on you. It's also, we're moving into an attention economy, so it's about making sure that you are making a presence, especially if you're looking towards a new job, a new promotion, new energy, um, and a new chapter in your life. The past, so this is double confirmation. The Chariot is about a certain direction. That certain direction has come to an end, and know that what you should do is use this as a springboard, learning from that springboard, or learning from that past that may, perhaps you've taken a route that ultimately you had to learn some lessons. Yes, some lessons, but these lessons are basically going to transcend for the next 20 years. And I obviously say, look, you've got the knowledge of the past, but ultimately what's going to make you shine is the wisdom. What's crowning you? I feel like, guys, you need to speak to your guides, but in terms of a 3D, just trust the process. The Temperance card is about forgiving yourself. It's also letting you know that we are in a period of needing to connect with the right communities, the right people who share the same frequencies of you, who have the right, who you shared ideas. So collaboration, perhaps as a project. For those, it could just be a business partner, husband, wife, partnerships. So This is about going from strength to strength and actually just being a little bit more lighter. Your energy is going to be a bit more lighter as we're moving Pluto moving to Aquarius. A great time to really just keep it keep it about the vibe and the connections and keep it light for the meantime. If it gets stronger, and this is for all aspects in life, then you know it's organic. Um, what I will say for your incoming future is that if you're going, you may be going through an ascension sickness, you may be going through a energetic purge of the old self. But ultimately, this is something that's needed. The Five of Pentacles is about change. Five is about change. Five is about travel. Five is about the aura. And know that with your aura, especially with the King of Cups, it's about your own personalized growth. So if you're feeling isolated at this time, it's only due to the fact that perhaps you need to be in a shell for this moment in time. Really, really know that it's only temporary. And that just means that if you are tired, get your sleeps. If you need self-care, go and get your self-care. Go and make sure that you protect your energy for this moment. And when you've got the energy and you've got your spark back, go out there and do your thing. And as I said again, this is the period of you being on your own. You might feel a little bit disgruntled in the self section, but the Four of Cups is essentially letting you know that it's okay to be present at this moment in time and just be sitting on your feelings. I'm also hearing from my guides that it's important that, especially now, grounding is important. So go towards the park where there's trees, or go to a place that grounds you. That could be a form as a person, that could be a form as a mentor, that could be a form as a partner, someone that you look up to, a friend. So essentially, right now it's good to just basically make sure that you're okay. You follow self, you look after self, the rest will follow. The people around you, I feel like people are now, once you are out of this sort of transformation, having to be isolated, perhaps you have to be a little bit in your shell. I feel like this is basically just going to be a big transformation just right around the corner in terms of your connections. Wheel of Fortune for me is a good card, especially with the Four of Wands. You might even want to get married. For those that want to get married, it's a great time for next year. Great resets, great time. I'm also seeing that in terms of cohesion, I like the word cohesion because I'm talking about the nucleus. Feel like it's definitely going to be a happy home in all aspects of life. And I always see it as fundamentally, you are your temple. You'll feel at home at your temple, but most importantly, the people around you who who have shared frequencies with you will ultimately be a type of security for you, and love is essentially going to be stronger for you. I'm also seeing for your hopes and fears that there's nothing to fear, that you're in the process of big changes, and the Eight of Wands about quick turnovers. I think it's important that you speak this into the reality and you speak this to people. And the Queen of Pentacles is when you go through a period of change, a period of transformation, it is important that you still think of it from a rational point of view. So when I see the Queen of Pentacles, she's also the person that loves, that receives everything, because she's a very great manifester. But she's also a person that thinks from a rational point of view. This queen, for me, I love the Queen of Pentacles because I see her just basically always being comfortable, being present, and know that these changes are only for her benefit, as she is the receiver for great things. And that's the way you should see it as well. These changes are fundamentally better for you. Your outcome of the reading is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is also, you got 10-10 as well. So look out for the time for 10-10. I'm also seeing that the overall success will be a great thing. I want you to know that there may be people that may feel they've got like survival. There's a word for it. It's like there's a word. I'm just trying to think what it is. Survivor syndrome. That's the energy that I feel. That's it. My bad. Sorry, guys. Survivor's guilt. My apologies. I had to think. I had a lot of downloads, but as I said, so your success through all of these things, you're gonna look at for some next reason, people specifically for this person, or if I'm gonna say you guys, I'm gonna say you, excuse me, I'm gonna say you will start to feel that you have the successes and you've had to go through all of these things, and you're gonna feel a little bit of survivor's guilt because ultimately you feel as if like you've had to be selfish, you had to make these sacrifices, but this is for your benefit. And this is just a sign that people have got to make the same sort of situations as well. Um, but you've just managed to unpack and deal with your own personal tests quicker than other people. But remember, comparisons are not what we want here, guys, because they kill progress. It's about you and always you, and know that you are in the energy of divine timing and divine timing and divine planning, and know that this happened because of your efforts. This happened because sources want it, and source wants you to do it in a way that's best served for you. So ultimately, guys, just to give you a quick run through that, the reading's more about the nucleus. The reading is about making sure that you are having lots of self-care, and that the changes are there for you for the benefit of you, and know that you are protected. And it's ultimately important for you to just practice self-care as we're going through a changing and a shift. But after the self-care, I see you guys really, really going from strength to strength, from friends to partnership to business to love, wherever resonates with you. Just don't feel like you're guilty of the accomplishments of what you've going through, because the truth and the reality is this is how source wants you, and source how you guys want to plan this out. This is in your divine timing and divine planning. All right, I go by name the sorcerer, and that was a reading for the Pluto going into Aquarius. Take care.